Hi everybody, happy Monday. This is Colleen, Colleen Light, and I am with Cards by Coco. That's where it's my hub. All of my, you can find all of my information at that website. And I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you from Southwest Washington, Kalama, Washington. Oh, look at how crooked I am. See, I think I'm all straight when I start, and then I'm trying to look here and figure it out and wiggle around and see if I can't get this in the camera the right way. I don't know. I'm thinking at some point in time I may get this dialed in. Anywho, I am so happy you could join me today. I am hi Tammy. I am so happy you could join me today. I show this project every year. And so if you've been following me for any length of time, you have seen this. But honestly, it is absolutely one of my favorites. These are these adorable little Easter baskets that I make using the color and contour. It used to come in a bundle, and I'll show you where you can find it in the annual catalog. Anyway, how cute. I have to tell you, I actually wanted to see how it would look with sparkly paper, and I think it's just super cute. But if you don't have this, we're going to use designer series paper for the next one. But anyway, so what I love about this is it's just a white inside. This is the 2022-2024 in color 6x6 glimmer paper. Let me pull this out for you. You can see I've just pretty much gone through so much of mine, but it is just sparkly and beautiful. And again, what I really liked about it was the white inside. Just super cute. Anyway, this is that tissue paper. I don't know if this one came in a paper pumpkin box or not. You know how I always tell you, don't throw away your tissue paper. It's going to come in handy. Well, today it's coming in handy for me because I must have 5 bags of Easter grass somewhere. And I'm telling you, I can't find it anywhere in my house. So anyway, I got these cute little Hershey Kisses last year because we have a large family, and Easter is kind of the holiday we get to celebrate at my house because we're not bogged down with snow, ice, rain, sleet, hail. It's usually pretty lovely up here. So there's enough room in here. You can kind of tuck a gift card if you had a small stuffed animal maybe. Anyway, these are super cute. Let me show you. Instead of talking about it, let's get busy and I'll show you how to make it. So this time around, I'm going to be using the Country Gingham 6x6 Designer Series paper. Let me move this candy out of my way. If I don't, I'm telling you, I'm going to be munching on it, and you're just going to have to listen to me chew during this video. Oh, and Tammy, I'm glad the notification came through. So if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from, what you're working on in your craft room today. I love to hear everybody else's ideas and whatnot. 6x6 designer series paper. This Country Gingham is great. On this other side we have the mint macaron, and on this side we have the sweet sorbet. I don't know why I always want to call it strawberry sorbet. That is not the name of it. The sweet sorbet. So it's very easy. 6x6. So you know, if you have the 12x12, you all know how to cut the paper. So anyway, and we just want to lightly score 2 inches each side. I'm going to scooch down here a little bit. When I say lightly score, remember that your designer series paper is not as thick as your cardstock. So it's pretty easy if you use a heavy hand to tear it. And I don't want you ruining any of this beautiful paper. So I will say the sparkly paper, the glimmer, I'm calling it sparkly paper. The glimmer paper is thicker, but most of your designer series paper are a little bit thinner, and I want you to be aware of that. I'm going to show you how to make the basket, and then we are going to start stamping. I have a piece of the 6x6 designer series paper that matches. This is cut in 1/2 inch here. This piece of the sweet sorbet is cut at 3/4 inch by 6¼ inch. I'm leaving a little bit of room here. I'm going to show you how we're going to attach our handle. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to glue this piece right down. These come together so easily. It's amazing how easily it comes together. So I choose a stamp set of the week. And this week it is the color and contour. Let me show you it. And you'll find this in the annual catalog. And it has coordinating dies, which I'll show you in a minute. And I like to stick with the same stamp set for the week. Primarily because I want you to see how much you can actually do with one stamp set, one set of dies, some cardstock, and a little bit of designer series paper. I think we all get caught in the hub of wanting all the things, and I also like all of the things and have a lot of the things. But I have to tell you that it's not necessary to own everything in the catalog to make really fun and cute projects. So there we go. A little bit of that glue popped out, but that is really no problem because I am just going to take my fingernail and wipe it down. Normally I don't run my bone folder because that can happen along the designer series paper and the cardstock. But because this is a handle, I want to make sure that this is adhered well because I'm going to be using my bone folder to give it a curve. And I really want to make sure that designer series paper is down. All right, so let's go ahead and fold these edges here. Let's just fold them. Let me see. If I don't have anything scored all the way, I can go back and redo it. I just really, for the most part, I might have went too light on some of it. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back in and we're going to do the 2 inches again. And I'm going to have to go, I hope it doesn't rip. Anyway, I am just going, let me see here. I think I'm out of screen a little bit. So let's go like that. Yep, it took that time. And let's go like this. Do that. So anyway, it is a beautiful day here today. Just lovely, lovely. It was raining a little bit earlier, but it's really shaped up to be a lovely afternoon. The deer are coming back to my yard, which makes me happy only in the sense that I know that maybe some of the snow and sleet, it will be going away and spring is on the way. Okay, you can see it's all coming together now. We're just making our box. Easy peasy. I'm not going to score this with the bone folder. I'm not going to burnish it and make real solid lines. And the reason why is because I wanted to have a little bit of fullness. If you are one of these people that really likes things burnished well, you should go ahead. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm not going to do it this time around. And we're going to make 4 marks here. Just 4 cut marks. We're just going to go, see, just like that. Down the middle, the 2 middle lines. Okay, and just on these other sides here. And let's get our box together, and then we're gonna have fun and decorate and do some stamping, which is so fun. All right, so I always get twisted up at this part. Here we go. This is how it's gonna come together, just that easy. I'm gonna show you that I use tear and tape. I'm going to take some tear and tape. Let me start here. I have an old paper pumpkin tear and tape there. Let me get the one that actually you can purchase here. All right, so on this middle piece, I'm going to take a small piece of tear and tape and run it right across the top. Let me move this host coat out of the way. It's getting in my way there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So easy. These little boxes are so easy. Like I said, I made a bunch last Easter. And Easter's is it less than a month away or just about a month away? I'm trying to think. I think it's on the 9th. And then we kind of want this to fold over like that. So I'm going to put a little tear and tape on the inside, just in this corner here. We don't need a lot, not a lot of tear and tape. If you don't have tear and tape, go ahead. You can use your seal and you can use your multi-purpose glue. You're gonna have to hold this down for a little bit to make sure that that it takes. So if you have like one of those crafting clothespins, if you have, let me see, a crafting clothespin, if you have a Oh my goodness, why can't I think of it? You know, paper clip. My God. I don't know, folks. Some days, if you have a paper clip, you know, something to hold it in place, because that's all you want. You want to make sure that it adheres. Remember, it is a 3D project, and people love to fuss with 3D projects. Okay, so I want mine to meet in the middle like that. And we don't have our handle yet, so I'm not taking that piece off yet, because our handle's going to scooch down in there, and we're going to repeat the process on the other side. So I'm trying to do this so you can see it. You know, it's so easy when I'm in here all by myself. I'm not trying to show anyone what I'm doing. It's so funny. Anyway, so let me show you this. And you all have heard, I am sure, that celebration is now over, and we're looking forward to a color refresh. So exciting. And so not only a color refresh, let me grab my take your pick tool. Not only a color refresh, but a whole new catalog. So if you're watching, let me know what color it is you would hate to see go. I know what my color is, but I'm not going to tell you. I want to hear what your color is that you're just going to hate to see go. And we don't know that all the colors are going. Honestly, I have no idea what's staying, what's going. I don't know anything any more than you know. So just kind of curious, what do you think? Are you looking forward to the color refresh? Are you having some colors maybe you would hate to see go? I know one color that's not my favorite, that I would be okay. I would be okay if it went. It's kind of, to me, a dingy color. You probably have rarely seen me work with it. But anyway, so just on the outside with this tear and tape here, and go ahead and take it off. See how easy this basket comes together? When I do these videos, it's like a stream of consciousness for me, isn't it? Oh my gosh. All right, so I want my handle here. And I have my tear and tape there. We're going to center it as best as we can. I think I was a little off. Let me see there. Yeah, so don't press down until you have it centered. That's the other tip. And ta-da, just that easy. So we're going to repeat the process on the other side. And then now for the fun part, we get to decorate. So I'm really excited about that. Let's go ahead and pop this down. Make sure again that it's centered. Ta-da! And in the inside of this one, it has the mint macaron. So I love, love, love this designer series paper. And you can see by using that tear and tape that this is actually pretty sturdy, right? Like it's sturdy. And I did the same thing on this one. Whoops. And you can see it's sturdy and there's lots of room left to fill. You could make these smaller by cutting down your designer series paper. You could also make them larger by expanding your dimensions. Just play around and have some fun, right? Crafting's supposed to be fun. Okay, so I said I was going to show you. So this is our stamp set, and you're going to find this on page 97 here in the annual catalog. And the dies are actually called, and you've seen me use these a bunch because they're one of my favorites, scallop contours. So those are the ones we're going to be using. I'm going to bring out my Stamparatus because this is two-step stamping. Very easy to do, but my problem is I don't want to get, my hair is, you should see it, it is up in some sort of wonky bun right now, and I will probably have to put my head in the middle of the screen to line it up, and I don't want you all to have to see that, so anyway, and ask me any questions at all, and I will look at your live comments, because once the YouTube videos go, you know, once it's not live, I can't respond to you individually anymore, and I have to make more of a generalized comment. So please ask me any questions you might have, and I am happy to answer them for you. So this is our Stampin' Up! Stamp Positioning tool. I really debated between whether I wanted to do our flowers in the mint or the sweet sorbet. So somebody leave me a comment. Ask me what to, what you might want. And Kathy, I don't have the PDF yet. I will have everything blogged by the end of the evening. I had some appointments today. So what do you think? Sweet sorbet? Mint. The mint's on the inside. I'm kind of thinking the sweet sorbet. So that's the one I'm gonna use. And only because it's one of my favorite colors, honestly. So this is the one I'm hoping. I'm sure this one won't go away because it's an in color. It's a current in color. All right, so just shut the door so y'all don't hear Lucy. Okay, look at this. So easy there. Oh, the nice thing about the stamp positioning tool is you can see that I had missed a spot there, and because this hadn't moved, I didn't have any problem whatsoever readjusting it. Okay, so this will lift up. We're gonna go like this. I'm gonna wipe that one stamp off before I press it down, or I will maybe, because I know I'm going to want to use this stamp again, because we need 2 flowers, but I want to stamp the back side here at the same time. So this is the one we're gonna be using. And it's so easy to line things up using our stamp positioning tool. The trick to this is I'm going to show you here. Right here, that little petal is the one you want to make sure you line your other stamp up with. So right there, I can see here that I want to line it up like that. Makes it so easy. Once you figure it out, it's so easy. I will say it's not easy unless you have figured it out. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. We're going to grab the sweet sorbet again, but I don't want my ink as heavy on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of scratch paper, stamp, lift up, and then stamp. Perfect. So pretty. Now I'm going to turn this around, put it in the same spot. I'm going to wipe off that stamp so it doesn't get all over my stamp case, the ink. I'm going to just pop it over here. And I have to tell you, since I do a lot of crafting for craft shows and on down the line, I have to say that I tend to use the front and back. You get 2 plates when you get your stamp positioning tool. There would be another one that would sit here. I just took it off. I use my stamp positioning tool all the time because it makes it, especially when you're doing multiples, like if you have a Christmas card design that you just love, you love it, love it, love it, and you want to make 20 of it, you know, be sure to just line your stamps up. It is so easy to do. This is the chamois that I'm using, by the way. If you're new, that's the chamois. It is so easy to just line things up and get things done just by a little flick of the wrist and turning some plates around. So again, I'm going to take my little piece of scratch paper here, stamp off, and then do it again. Now I'm not as worried about the inside here because I have to be honest with you. I am really just wanting some color in there. It's not the focal point of my project. Let me go ahead and let me see if I can cut right down here without, ta-da, yep, there we go. All right, I'm gonna bring in the mini. It just seems to work better for a camera. And let me bring in my plates and let me show you those wonderful dies. These are the scallop contours. I use them all the time. In fact, I used this one recently in the blog hop, so that was great. I love how these make frames. These just add a little bit extra to your backgrounds. If you want to make a panel for a card and it's just kind of generic, these make fabulous frames for your images. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the little flower we're going to be using today. So I would say that this has been one of my favorite die sets to date. I really do love them. And that's not me trying to sell you anything. I really do just love them. Okay, so line up your die on your project. Kind of look for that double blip there. and line it up. There we go. And sorry, we're gonna have to cut this twice. I was trying to be organized and get things done in advance, and you know, I know you all know what I mean. It just, you just do your very best to try and be organized and get things done, and then life takes over, right? And that's just how it goes. So I will have this all vlogged for you. I have not learned how to write a PDF yet. It is on my list of things to do. It's actually one of my goals for this month. But I will have all the measurements, and of course I'll have the video to refer back to. But I will have all of those dimensions for you before the night is over, which for me is pretty early. I tend to be an early to bed person. So, oh, let's see if I can get this lined up here. There's a, oh, for heaven's sakes, let me find my spot. All right, everybody help me out here. I think I'm going the wrong direction. Let me see. Put it in front of me here. Oh, the other one went so easy. Okay, I think that's it. I think I got it, maybe. That's it right there. There we are. So that's the thing with the dies when you're doing these different types of stamping, is to just wiggle them around. I'm using just a Post-it note because I want it to stay in place and I'm not directly over it. So I want to make sure I have it aligned. When I'm here in the craft room by myself, I don't usually use the Post-it notes, but again, I'm going to tell you, it's not always a bad idea to do so. It really keeps things lined up. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish our basket. I wanted a little bit of color on the inside here, and I am going to bring in the mint for the inside and tie it all together. And I didn't grab my mint marker, but I do, I did. Here we go. I did grab my mint. I was going to show you how to use the blending pen, but here we go. Let's add a little mint in here. Pretty, pretty. Add just a little mint to the center. And then, how about we add some rhinestones in there too to kind of pop it up. I thought some Wink of Stella might be kind of cute. Make it pretty. I just really am going for a very easy spring look. That's all I'm really going for, is an easy spring look. All right, here are our rhinestones. So, and I had colored these earlier, debating whether or not I was going to use the mint. And so I went over these with my marker earlier. And went ahead and colored 6 of them to add in the center here. Just in case I decided to go with that mint, and I did. So there we go. So if you haven't seen anybody do that, the rhinestones, the pearls, most of our gems you can color on. Take the wide part of your blend, what are they, Stampin' Blends, and just don't use the tip. You don't want it to fray. You just want to use the side here and go over. Give it a few minutes to dry, and you will change the color there of your gems. So easy, easy. Okay, so now we want to put a little ribbon behind here also. And I think I brought every ribbon I have out, but I think I'm going to go with my pretty standard when I use this country gingham. I like the country look of the twine. So we're going to use that. And I'm going to tie 2 bows with it. That's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to make it super easy for myself. It's going to tie 2 bows. There's going to be a lot of extra string because I don't know exactly how long I'm going to use this, but that's okay because I think I have stock in this twine. So just easy, easy. So do you all celebrate Easter? Is it a big deal in your house? I can remember when all the girls, we have 4 daughters, and I have to tell you, I used to love dressing them up, oh so cute, and doing the Easter egg hunts and everything. So much fun and so cute. Okay, so I have I just have some Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to arrange my bow on the back side here. Now, I should have probably grabbed my Stampin', my silicone mat, but here, we're just going to do it here instead because this is just some typing paper. Typing paper, is that dating myself? What do you call it, printer paper? I said typing paper and I watched back my video and I thought, oh my gosh, people are going to think I'm from the dark ages. Because I think now it's, what is it, printer paper. Does anyone even have a typewriter anymore? I think I actually might in the garage have an old typewriter. But I'm also not, you know, I'm not old, but I am old enough to remember taking typing in school. See, how cute is that? Typing in school. And it used to be that you would be graded on how fast you know, how many words per minute. And then if you were really good, you got to go to state and compete. So for everyone who's younger, who grew up in just the computer era, look at all the fun you missed out on. All right, so this is the easy and fun part. Let me grab some dimensionals. That was kind of a by the way, wasn't it? Anyway, let's go ahead, pop some dimensionals on. I try and adhere a little bit of the bow too, just so it's not so floppy everywhere, just a little bit. And then, you know, the nice thing is if you don't press down real hard on these initially, you do have some wiggle room. All right. Oh, that twine looks so cute with that bow there. Just cute. All right. I think I've used the word cute too many times. I need to come up with a different one. All right. So you could use whatever ribbon you actually have on hand. You could tie your twine a little bit differently. You should just, whatever you like. I mean, I think that's the most fun thing about stamping is you can really give 50 demonstrators the same stamp set or 50 crafters the same stamp set, and everyone is going to come up with something a little bit different. And my favorite is when somebody takes one of my ideas and they make it completely their own. And sometimes I actually am like, wow, I wish I had a thought about that. All right, so let's put this on the other side here. And let's pop that down. Oh, let's get that twine out. You know, I'm not sure I'm crazy about how that twine is laying, but we're gonna leave it because we're this far along. I may readjust it when we're off camera, but anyway, this is about as easy as this gets. So let me grab in my tissue paper here and my candy, which I wish I could share with all of you because I have to tell you, I just want to eat it, eat it, eat it. So this is the tissue paper that I have. I'm literally just going to crumple it up, pop it in there, and then I'm going to throw in some of these Easter candies that I have, just like that. You can put in less tissue paper so you can fill it up with some, maybe some bunnies and different things. But anyway, oh look, these are just going to sprinkle around because I want you to be able to see the baskets. But how cute. See, you can, depending on how much stuffing you put in there, you don't even have to put any. You can just put a little bit, and then look at all those Hershey Kisses in there, and there's still plenty of room. So I think these are adorable, and I will have everything blogged for you. I think I'm going to have to change that bow. I like this ribbon a little bit better. I may have to change that bow out. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me today. I will be live again next Monday on YouTube, and I am live every Thursday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time on Facebook. So have a wonderful day, and thank you.